Hi, I'd like to share a little bit about myself and my background and how learning about the way systems work has transformed my life. I offer you the insights I've gained over 20 or more years so that you can experience the benefits of my learning. I was brought up here in Nelson, New Zealand, and developed interest in spirituality and science from a young age. Science and spirituality have usually been presented as opposite views that deal with different parts of our world. Spirituality is about faith, unseen worlds, and the connections between people, our planet, and the universe, while science is about the hard facts of a material world. It's about dividing things up, measuring and analysing them. The science of systems is firmly rooted in robust science, measuring and analysing, but it analyses the way things connect and how the parts of a system work together to create something new and whole. For me, this brings science and spirituality together in a meaningful way that provides a way of seeing the world and acting in it far more effectively. My first contact with systems was a television program I watched back in 1995 called The Colours of Infinity by Arthur C. Clarke. It was about fractals. These are underlying repeating patterns seen throughout the natural world. I was immediately captivated, and this led me to exploring complexity theory, chaos theory, and the wider range of systems wisdom. It all made so much sense and filled in so many of the gaps that had not been connected up before. One of the revelations in my spiritual life was to recognize that the biggest impediment to our development as human beings is our willingness to use violence to resolve our differences. Sometimes our violence is direct and obvious. It might be physical, emotional, or mental. There is even violence just in the way we choose to organise our society. Now, I've worked within the criminal justice system in New Zealand over the last 20 years, looking at how we can address our willingness to use violence and find more wholesome ways of living together. This all came together for me in 2012 when I began a PhD through the University of the Sunshine Coast in Australia, using systems wisdom to explore our use of violence, and in particular how we might create more equal and collaborative organisational structures that could reduce structural violence. I completed my PhD in 2017, and now I'm moving on to find ways of sharing what I have learnt to empower people to develop more effective, wholesome relationships, personally, within organisations and in our wider society. Systems wisdom is a very powerful way of seeing the world that can be applied in so many places in our everyday life, from our individual problems right up to global issues. I hope you enjoy this course and learn a lot from it.